and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Three. Hey. Four down.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Let's go. Three.
On second down, Ingram. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing, Mariota. It's caught, Stills, right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He hits right, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Demario Davis. Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he gets it down to the 32. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Here's Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. Down right around the 25. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
So you've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the 1st quarter. Here's another good example.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Mariota. They go screen. This is Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Crosby puts it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He finds Coleman. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Timmy Jernigan able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go play fake. Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A second down throw here for Mariota. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To the air again, Mariota. Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go to Johnson again. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Cardinals on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A very good return that time. 18 yards, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now Mariota. Caught right side is Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Bears on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Mariota. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. First down, Mariota. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mariota. Looking for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. They'll throw again. Mariota. He finds Coleman. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out. And open is Jeffrey. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are in for 6.
Keep it rolling.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. Pitches it to Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And an early run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Mahomes now on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 4th down, the Cards will call on Chandler Catanzaro to try and put up 3. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's got room. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago. Then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara. And last but not least, the defense is playing so much better in New Orleans, they don't have to throw the ball as much on offense. He can run the ball even more.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
A little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Underneath for Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hard throw, incomplete. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them until the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the 1st round. A second tight end who can catch the football. He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a block.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Trey Hendrickson able to run him down for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Now here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Mariota on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mariota. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.